Do you know what, guys? There are a lot of things which we just need to talk about, because I feel like I've been holding back on these very important points for a long time. Yeah, the thing is, there are so many things which I see on social media. I mean, to be honest, I don't consume that much anymore, just because there are very few people that actually inspire me or entertain me, or you know what I mean. But that doesn't mean I'm immune to internet crap and what other... Again, I'm not going to call myself an influencer because I don't see myself as that. Entertainer, maybe. Am I entertaining? That's up to you. I'm not immune to the crap that influencers talk about, because I just, you know, like, it's just out there. And some of it, like, you kind of have to laugh or cry, or both, right? So feel free to do both. And also grab some snacks, because you know this is going to be a good one. First thing I wanted to talk about was, why in the world are people, and this is something that I literally have never understood my whole life. Like, actually never understood my whole life, because my father is a doctor and everyone in my family is medical, whether that be that, like, in lots of different fields. You know, they're just in that world of being health professionals, which I guess I was too when I was working in nutrition. But here's the thing, why are people still saying, and I kind of get why they're saying it, because I guess the reason a lot of people say it is by default mode, right? They kind of go into that, oh, I'm filming a video, I'm giving advice, but I don't want to be responsible for it, so therefore, go and talk to your doctor, any other questions you have. And I'm just like, I'm pretty sure we've been here before, but what in the actual fuck? Going to your doctor, if we're talking a general practitioner, for nutrition advice, is literally like going to... I don't know, it's like going to your hairdresser for a penis enlargement. Like, that was the worst example I could have come up with, but it's like that stupid. What do you mean go to your doctor for nutrition advice? Guys, I am someone... Do you know what? The birds are pissing me off way too much outside. Hold on. No, guys, there's a reason. There is a reason why as someone that studied nutrition for 4 years, worked with doctors. Like, they paid me to work with them, to work alongside them, to work in their clinics. And that was because to pass over the responsibility to someone who has actually studied nutrition to work with people on nutrition. But even if you did pay privately to go and see a doctor, like the best doctor in the world, you're still going to see a medical doctor. You're not going to someone that has studied nutrition. I know a lot of them that say like, oh no, we did a semester on nutrition and we did a semester on this. And I'm like, yes, you did a semester. I also, as part of my nutrition training, did a semester or two, actually months and months, on learning about pharmacology. Because one of the things you need to know as a nutritionist when you're working with like patients that are on medication is interactions between supplements, medications, right? That doesn't mean I'm a pharmacist. You know, there are doctors out there that do specialize in nutrition, okay? So, but I'm just talking about the regular doctor, and this constant comment as a disclaimer that I hear, go to your doctor for nutrition advice. I do not understand it. I don't understand it, and I'm fed up. Nah, please stop taking the piss out of my life. And do you know what as well? I feel like, before I move on to the next point, and this is a bit of a tangent, but I do feel like doctors really sometimes abuse their authority of position. No, their position of authority. Yeah, when I was younger, like much younger, before my rare disease of high adrenaline was diagnosed, and I was like shaking and sweating and anxious and like clearly very sick. And I went to a doctor, and again a general practitioner, and he told me I needed Jesus. He told me to read the Bible and that I needed faith in my life. That's what he told me. Now, this one I know is going to trigger a lot of people, but I feel like if it triggers you, then you need to be triggered, because you need to be, I guess, triggered into the truth and pulled out of your own denial. And whilst I am on board with the whole body positivity movement, you know, everyone should love their body. And I understand how difficult it can be to do that, right? I can understand if you're very overweight, or if you're very underweight, or if you have body dysmorphia. You know, I'm someone that, again, when I tell people this, they seem quite surprised, but I'm someone that has experienced that hate towards my body like a lot or most of my life, and that kind of confuses people when they then go to my Instagram and then they see that I'm always half naked and they're like, but you're in such incredible shape, and I'm like, but that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. It's about me not feeling positive about how I feel within, right? It's not just about the outside image. It's about the internal health, the internal feeling, what's going on in your body, your own vision of yourself, negative thoughts. So I completely support the body positivity movement in terms of let's enlighten everyone, let's empower everyone. You cannot be obese and healthy. You can't, okay? And I'll put up the results of like the percentage of what, there was thousands and thousands of people that voted either way, but I wasn't surprised that the majority of people, I think about 85%, agreed with me that no, you cannot be obese and healthy, because I'm not just talking a bit overweight, right? I'm talking obese, like very, very overweight, right? But I was very surprised that maybe 15 to 20%, even though that does seem like a small percentage, when you look at the actual number of people that was, I was even just very, very surprised that that many people could think that you can be obese and healthy, which you can't. And a lot of people's argument for the minority that were voting that way, that you can be obese and healthy, was that, oh, I have a friend that's 450 pounds and they don't have this disease and they don't have that disease and they still go to the gym. And I'm like, guys, can we not forget that health is more than just the absence of disease? When you have that much pressure on all of your internal organs, on your joints, on your heart, your blood sugar levels, your cholesterol, the fact that you're raising your risk of almost every single chronic disease, including lots and lots of different types of cancers, just by being obese. Let's say again, just because some people's arguments were just so stupid, it's a bit like saying, you know, I'm a healthy weight now, but let's say I go to, in 6 months I weigh 500 pounds, which I know is pretty much impossible even if I tried, but like, let's just say that. And then for the first 6 months or even a year, I didn't have any health consequences, as in I didn't get diabetes, I didn't get a certain cancer, I didn't get arthritis in my joints. Yeah, because it doesn't happen instantly. It doesn't happen instantly. These things do take time. By no means am I sitting here saying everyone needs to be an athlete, everyone needs to have low body fat. Absolutely not, because that in itself can be dangerous too. But we're talking about an extreme. We're talking about an extreme, which is digging your own grave and then being celebrated. And then people, you know, reposting these things to try and show that they're being inclusive, to try and get an applaud from the woke crowd. And also, in my mind, as someone that is, I wouldn't say like always in tune with my body, but just very aware of how I feel, how is your quality of life at that size, you know? Not being able to put the health consequences aside. But I guess it is a health consequence, because it's going to affect your mental health if you're that fat that you can't go for a long walk with your friends, if you can't fit into a roller coaster ride because the strap doesn't come over you. Sick thing is, and I say this now and so many other people have also said this because it's obvious that it is coming, I don't know, I feel like mainstream media or just people on social media have been bullied into supporting and being inclusive to things that are not only unhealthy but also dangerous, and they only do it because they have no backbone and they don't want to be hounded and they don't want to be bullied by a crowd of people that just says, you need to listen to me and whatever I say is the truth and you're not allowed to question that. Fuck off. So no, let's just leave that one to rest. I feel like there really isn't a debate there. It's like me saying I'm proud that I ended up in rehab this year. Let's all celebrate me. Put me on the front cover of a magazine when I'm pale and feeling like I'm gonna die. Let's celebrate that, yeah? Because I did that to myself. But be inclusive of me and let's celebrate that state so that other people can replicate it and think that it's okay. If we actually care about people's health, it's not. Oh my god, this one makes my blood boil more than... I'm trying to think of a current example, but I don't actually have one. But anyway, let's talk about the fucked up world of online coaching. I have had it through the roof, and I have such an insight into this world because of my girlfriend Jill, because ironically that's what she does. Let me make it clear, I'm not talking about people that specialize in certain areas. For example, if you are you know, if you are a personal trainer and that's your profession, that's what you're trained in, and you train people on, you know, you make their programs online, amazing, you're doing someone a great service. If you're a nutritionist or an online doctor, then you also have something to offer, right? So again, not talking about anyone that is qualified to do what they're offering, okay? However, when you look into the actual world of online coaching, don't understand, right, the audacity of people who come on Instagram, get a few thousand followers, and then just because they have followers, they think that they can give them life advice, become an online coach, and charge ridiculous amounts of money. And I'm not just talking about hundreds, I'm talking about thousands and thousands and thousands of people doing the same thing. The thing is, it's particularly prominent. Is that the right word? I'm still so bad with words. I don't know why I say still, like it's not going to change after this amount of time. As in the spiritual online community, if that even is a thing. But it's just that I've seen so much of it there that it makes me want to puke. And also like punch all of them in the face. If you can literally just come online, get a few thousand followers, and then be like, hey, I'm offering online coaching, let me guide you through life, and it charges you, you know, and it costs, some of them are charging like literally like $500 for like 20 minutes. I'm not joking. There are others that are charging for their programs like $10,000, $15,000 for like a month or two. And these people as well, I feel like they lure people in, and I don't understand how these people are lured in. They must be incredibly lost to buy the bullshit. Like incredibly lost. But there are so many people that literally just think that they can be an online life coach to vulnerable people that are coming to them with eating disorders, mental health problems, trauma, abuse, you know, physical and mental disabilities, you know, depression, suicidal thoughts. Because the thing is, it's the desperate people that are going to fall into that trap of, oh my god, this person is offering something, they're charging so much, they must be good, I'm in such desperate need of help, and hopefully they can help me, they can heal me. Not knowing that about 90% of these people online offering online coaching are just quacks. You're gonna think that I'm joking and exaggerating, because I joke and exaggerate all the time, but I swear on my life I'm not exaggerating. I've seen this on multiple people's profiles and stories, and people have brought it to my attention that a lot of people are saying that even just by being in their presence on a phone call, they will start to heal. They also say that the reason that they charge such extortionately high prices is because you have to invest a lot of money to make a lot of money. Like basically you get back what you give, and it's almost like a sacrifice that even if you don't have that money, you have to find it somewhere. And because you've made that energetic sacrifice, then the world will bring you back abundance like you've never seen it before. That's literally how a lot of these online life coaches are actually advertising their crap. Like nothing justifies that amount of money. Number two, you're not qualified. Number three, I know a lot of you are on drugs. I know a lot of you personally. I may not follow you. And I'm not just talking like plant, you know, like, oh, a bit of marijuana, someone that doesn't have any mental health issues, someone that doesn't have things that need to be worked through in your life. Why would you go to a life coach to try and sort that out? You wouldn't, right? You're only gonna get vulnerable people coming to you, especially with these extortionate prices that they're charging. Hello guys, it's Editing Miles here, and I just wanted to say I do realise that I am being a bit angry and negative at this point in the video, but it's only because I care so much about vulnerable people. I know what it feels like to be there and to put hope and to put trust into someone. So there are some amazing online coaches. Just make sure that you do your research first about them, find out about their work, and just to put a positive spin on this and like to give you, is that focus? Yeah. And to give you an example of someone that's great. She's gonna kill me for saying this, but one of my best friends, Amanda, who does online coaching as part of her job, number one, she's a registered dietitian, so can talk to you about food, and like in a responsible way, has studied Ayurvedic medicine, yoga, meditation, all of that. And you know, has experience with space holding through clinical work and stuff like that. So there are amazing people out there, but just be careful. Okay? Okay. It's blown up, it's massive, because everyone is noticing you can make a shit ton of money from telling others that you will guide them through life. And everyone's doing it. Everyone's doing it. Like, everyone is doing it. Just because they posted a picture of their abs on Instagram and it went viral and they got like, I don't know, 100,000 followers. Or even less, they have 2,000 followers and they think, oh, I've got followers now, I must be special. I'm going to capitalize on this. I'm gonna charge people $500 an hour or more. In some cases it's like 1,000. And I'm just gonna milk those vulnerable followers and talk to them and get money for it. Like, it's something that makes me want to shoot myself. It's basically just theft.